What's up, everybody? It's John with JohnKill 3D Gaming here, and now that I've given this game a few days since its initial release on Friday the 26th, I let all the bugs got ironed out, all the updates came through. Now that the game is running the way it should, we're gonna talk about Friday the 13th. This is a dream game for anyone who has been waiting for a proper tie-in to the movies, or not just a tie-in, a good use of license. Now, there's going to be some things excluded. We're not going to count graphics, and we're not going to count day one problems, because this was a fan-made game. It wasn't a AAA game or none of that. This game is beautiful. From its customizations to the camp counselors, to the effectiveness of Jason, to his pluses, to his weaknesses. The same with the camp counselors, who have both good stats and bad stats, but they're balanced. You have Jason, who is not as OP as you think. You actually have to try and use Jason. And the game is very simple to pick up, very easy to play. If you're not a Friday the 13th fan, this game might not be for you, but if you are, then this game is great for you, especially how the teaching tool in this game not only teaches you how to play, like you can go to the menus and learn how to play with the abilities, weapons, play as Jason. There's a difference when you play. When you play the game and pick up the controls and check your progression by earning different badges for what you perform in the game, you will feel like you are contributing to the survival. Now, there are 3 main camps in the game that were from the films. Every match will begin every match begins with the same screen, but they never get old to me, so I won't be taking that into account. Each player who will play as Jason comes in, hunts you down. It's your job as a camp counselor to coordinate with your team, get supplies to escape or survive the night, which is not as easy as you might think. Now, let's talk about the graphics of the game. Like I said, they won't be discounted in this review because it was a fan-made game. It was fan-funded, so the graphics obviously cannot look the best because it's not from a AAA developer or anything like that. So graphics will not be taken into account. They're more goofy and fun, but it does capture the feeling and the look of the films. And that's what is important the most. It gives you the atmosphere of what it's like to be in this kind of situation. Every round I've had with my friends and every round I've played online, it just didn't feel the same. And where things randomly generate everywhere at the start of each round, it just adds this replayability. And this game is going to be very popular with friends, because you can also level up in private matches. So either you want to play public or play with friends. Public, it's more fun to play as Jason in public, but when you play with your friends, you want to be either one. Now, Jason, you can't kill him normally. You can stun him and back him off, or get the car parts you need to escape with the police, escape with a car, a boat, or you can call in the movie hero Tommy Jarvis, which if you die, you play as him. So you have a list of objectives and a list of the list to see who's alive and how they died. And it's always just interesting just to tap to see who dies. And you need a map to go around the camp, because your character stamina can run out quick, especially if they get scared. Now, when playing as Jason, Jason is very effective if you know how to use each variation, because with different strengths, different weaknesses. Here's an example. One Jason could be really strong at swimming, but one Jason is he's unable to run. One Jason can run, but he's more susceptible to being stunned. There's always a check and balance. But with his powers, with the ability to morph around the map, see the fear through the walls, cut the power to create panic. So his stalk ability, his ability to chase you with the Evil Dead POV flying thing. You can break into the cabins, kill each counselor either with the regular melee and causing them fear, or executing them in one of, if not many, brutal ways. Because the progression in this game is great. When you level up, especially if you level up your counselor, you can roll them different perks to help you survive more, and it's very worth doing to see what your character can and cannot get. Now as Jason, you just unlock different kills and different ways to kill with your melee weapon, because every Jason will spawn in with a different melee weapon depending on which Jason from the films you choose. But when you kill a camp counselor, either via environmental, melee, or execution, you get a quick moment what you see that you do to them. And you get a lot of points for killing people. My favorite kill is what you just saw. I like hanging people up on a Korat. It's kind of like hanging up J-Tech and Mr. J, you know, hanging up where they belong. But, you know, not gonna say that right now. This is a review, you know. Mr. J has already been hung up on a lot of shit, you know. He's a triggered homosexual. But hey, let's get back to the review of the game. The game runs well despite its few days that it was crashing because many people tried to get on at once. This game was it was not anticipated this many people would get on the game, and I hope this game really becomes popular and gets a full community and support, because the Friday the 13th fan base, you got the game you wanted, and I'm part of the Friday the 13th fans, but even I knew that in some sections I knew what I was looking to. I didn't put a lot of hype into the game. I'm just saying this game deserves support. It does, because then if they do another one, all that money the developers get, these developers, I can say, they're always posting on Twitter saying we're gonna fix this, we're gonna fix that, and they do it quickly. So between the graphics and the crashes that happened, I'm not gonna blame it. I'm not gonna take that away from the game, because every game is like that on day one. Most games have a hard time running, but this game had a hard crash at start, but it's picking up quickly, and it is becoming one of my favorite games to just play, even by myself. I just love taking Jason and just going to eviscerate people. Now if I was to rate this game, and for the $40 price point, it's not a big deal. $40 is worth it to download this game and to have it. Final verdict, the game, if you're a casual gamer, it's a 7. If you're a Friday the 13th fan, it's an 8. This game will be good for you. This game will give you all those memories you had watching the films, and you will feel what it's like to be in the situation of being either hunted or being the hunter. So anyway guys, this is John with John Kill 3D Gaming.